Humans have spent thousands of years mastering fire, just so we don't get eaten by tigers in the dark. But today we've got the Olight Marauder Mini 2. It's not fire, it's a captured star contained in a chassis that fits in the palm of your hand. Now, I'm not saying this torch is bright, but my neighbour Dave across the block has just woke up and started eating breakfast. It's 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, mate. Go back to bed. Honestly. Welcome back to the channel, you absolute legends. Today we're looking at the mini version of the legendary Olight Marauder. And I use the term mini loosely. It's like calling a pit bull a handheld cuddle monster. It's small, but it's got teeth. Now, before we get into the review, can we first take a moment and talk about this absolutely awesome armoured transport case? Now, I've known companies in the past that have been guilty of shipping shoddy products in boxes like these to deceive you into thinking you're getting a premium product. Now, rest assured knowing that the contents of this rather nice looking case is indeed a premium product. Now, very quickly, allow me to introduce you to my small family of Olight torches as it stands. So my first Olight acquisition was the Warrior X Pro. Very nice 2100 lumen tactical thrower. We have a nice chromulated bezel up there, and we also have a collar there to be able to use that with a firearm. Now, after owning the Warrior X Pro for a number of years, I wanted something with a higher lumen count and more of a spread beam. So I went back to Olight and I picked up their Olight Seeker 4 Pro. This is one of my favourite torches. As you can see there, we have a beautifully crafted aluminium chassis, and this has a few features that stuck out to me at the time. So first of all, we have a very easy to rotate adjustment dial there. This adjusts your brightness. I won't shine that into the camera. This one is a 4600 lumen torch, and we have tail cap magnetic charging there, but this can be coupled with its holster, and that allows you to charge via USB-C. We also have 4 LEDs in this one, as opposed to the one on the Warrior Pro. Both have the chromulated bezels, heat fins, and again, very, very nice torch. This is very ergonomic with that silicon wrapped chassis there. But another very nice torch from Olight. But this just goes to show I do have an affinity with Olight, and it's my go-to brand for a quality high lumen torch. Right, let's release the beast. So getting into the box, first of all you are greeted by a yellow cardboard slip with a big read me on there. Sounds like something from Alice in Wonderland. And again, this torch is magical. So this is basically just giving you some simple instructions on to remove the protective film from inside the tail cap on the battery and the front lens of the torch. Second of all, we have a nicely packaged booklet with instructions, and also we have the lanyard that has a very special feature which we'll go over later in the video. And then we come on to the torch. Oh, what a beast. Quick remark on how well this is packaged. You can see there we have a very tough foam there, and that is going to protect the torch very well. I won't be using that in the future to carry the torch. I'll find another use for this. That comes out very easily, so we can use that for other things. So first of all, let's do the obligatory removal of the protective film. Look at that. Remove the tail cap, and there's one in there as well. I must say straight away, the machining on this torch body is absolutely phenomenal. Beautifully designed. So, move that aside. And, oh, see how well things just fit together. That is absolutely beautiful. So, first off, let's talk ergonomics. And this thing is built like a brick, but a very ergonomic silicon wrap brick. It's got that classic Olight over-engineered feel. You know, the kind of quality that says I could drop this from height onto a rock and the rock would come off worse for wear. The star of the show on the Olight Marauder Mini 2 is definitely this rotary knob. It's tactile, it's clicky, and it's how you control the brightness. It's also the world's most expensive fidget spinner. And if you're like me and you have the attention of a goldfish, you'll spend the first 25 minutes just scrolling this up and down like you're trying to crack a safe. Now Olight, if you don't know, love their UI, and to unlock the torch you have to give the knob a quick 90-degree turn to activate the torch. This prevents pocket fry, which is a very real condition, where your flashlight turns on in your bag and melts your Mars bar into a plastic infused paste. I've been there and I've done that. The toggle switch here in the middle of the chassis is where magic is made. Flip it all the way up and you get a very throwy I see you beam. That is a concentrated beam of light that hits objects so far away you'll need binoculars to see what you're looking at. Flip it down for the I see everything beam. It's like the sun just decided to move into your garden. It's wide, it's even, and it's beautiful. Flipping the toggle switch to the middle gives you a combination of both flood and throw. Directly under the rotary dial lives a 3-position toggle switch, as you can see here. So under the first toggle switch position here, which is my right, your left, this will activate the red LED emitters. So activating the torch, turn that on, and there you can see we have 2 red LED emitters. We have 5 stages of brightness on this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 300 lumen. And a quick note, the middle toggle switch has no effect on the red LED emitters. Switching that toggle to the middle position, these are your main LED emitters, and at the bottom we have the flood. In the middle we have a combination of both, and at the top is your throwy beam. Again, the torch has a maximum output of 10,000 lumen. The Olight Marauder Mini 2 also has a strobe function, and the toggle switch does need to be in a flood to achieve this, and then it's a triple tap of the button and that will give you strobe function. Switching the toggle to my left, your right, and here we have the very useful side emitting LED. Very useful for map reading or just using as a reading light in general. Very nice feature and addition to this torch. Now let's get some extreme close-ups of this absolutely beautifully crafted torch. I'm sure you'll agree. So on the top here you can see we have a lovely cremulated bezel. Very, very beautifully machined, I must say again. We have some fluted heat dissipation fins there to help with, again, heat dissipation. The main shaft of the body is again wrapped with an ample amount of silicone, making it again very comfortable and ergonomic to hold. Everything is under the thumb, you don't have to stretch for anything. Again, the UI couldn't be more simple. We have a nice lanyard hole there, and the machining, I've got to say again on this, it's just on another level. That is just absolutely beautiful the way this fits together. We have an Olight proprietary 32,650 7,500 milliamp 3.7 volt cell. Again, that is the only downside to these torches with the proprietary Olight cell. But the way these just slip together, I mean, absolutely beautiful. So as we can see on the bottom of the tail cap, the Olight Marauder Mini 2 does still support magnetic charging, and I do love the magnetic chargers that come with these torches, but they are like coat hangers and they do start to accumulate in your drawer after a while. It's a nice, easy, efficient way of charging, but it's nice to see that Olight have now started to adopt the USB-C charging on all of their torches. So if you do lose the magnetic cable on a trip now, at least you have options. Now there are 2 methods of unlocking built into the torch. The first one being a quick rotation of the dial, as I demonstrated before, and that will activate the torch. Double press of that button will take you to your maximum 10,000 lumens. The second method of unlocking requires you to put the torch into throw mode and then press the button 15 times, and that will then allow you to activate the torch using the press of a button rather than a rotation of the dial. My preferred method of activating the torch is again just a quick spin on that rotary dial, press the button, torch activates. Again, that rotary dial is very slick and easy to operate. Everything about the Olight Marauder Mini 2 just screams absolute premium quality. It is a beautiful thing to behold, and I think every man should own a quality flashlight or torch, and this definitely fits that bill. Now, taking a closer look at the supplied lanyard here, see we have a nice tether that can be attached to the torch body in the usual fashion. But the nice feature about this is this actually doubles as your charging cables. So if you depress the two toggles on each side of the plastic block and pull them out, this also doubles as your charger cable. So you will always have the ability to charge on your person or on the torch's person. Nice touch. Now personally, I'm not one to use lanyards with torches, but in this case, again, this gives you that extra security of having the ability to charge your torch out in the field. These are also magnetic, and when these are fitted home, that is a very strong connection, as you can see there, and the strap itself is a very strong. Right, so time to stop talking and time to start burning some retinas. So we're in the middle of nowhere, it's dark, it's spooky, and it's perfect for testing this beast of a torch. Let's go. Boom! Let there be light. And there was light. So the distance from our location now to the bottom of this pathway is around 570 odd meters according to Google Maps. And as you can see there, this has a beam range of 750 meters, and we can see perfectly down to the bottom of that pathway there. Absolutely clear as day. Beautiful, evenly spread beam, no artifacts, as mentioned, and very easy again to toggle between flood, a mix of both, and just the absolutely awesome spread of this beam. Maximum 10 lumens, 10,000 lumens. Absolutely glorious, as you can see. Swapping over to the red LEDs. And a maximum 300 lumen. See there, we have a nice spread on there as well. Very nice light, handy for nighttime walking to preserve your night vision. And even this has a decent enough range where you can see several hundred meters in front of you. This is an absolute beast, as mentioned. Now obviously you are going to experience step down with this after a couple of minutes. You know, 10,000 lumen is a lot to ask, but in this sort of weather it is quite cool tonight, and the bezel isn't getting too warm at the minute, but as a search and rescue beam, that is absolutely fantastic. There is nothing hiding from you with this torch at hand, or flashlight. All modes are at the flick of a switch. Again, that middle, the toggle button on the middle of the chassis makes it extremely easy to flick between modes. You don't have to be an expert in Morse code, remembering certain button presses to get the modes you desire. It's as simple as flicking a switch, which is how it should be. So again, on turbo after about 2 minutes, this thing is going to become toasty under normal conditions, but the torch does feature thermal sensors, so when it does get too hot it will throttle itself back and step down to stop it becoming a puddle of expensive aluminium. The turbo mode is for what was that I've just seen. It's not for let's go hiking for 2 hours on full maximum beam. Swapping over to the side lights, you can see there, even the lantern style lamp has enough lumens to see what's in front of you. Very bright, very handy side light there. Nice little auxiliary light. And again, it's a heavy chunk, so if you do come face to face with any aggressors in a particular spooky area like this, you've got a nice aluminium club as well. Also, we have the strobe mode, which is handy again against attackers. But all in all, ladies and gents, that is an absolutely phenomenal torch from Olight. That silicone wrap around the chassis makes it a very comfortable hold and a non-slip also in wet conditions. Also, that will prove itself very handy on cold evenings where aluminium would under normal circumstances become very uncomfortable to hold and extremely cold. But yeah, because that silicone wraps the majority of the chassis, that should give you some insulation. Very nice. There's a rabbit. It'd make a great lamping torch, this. Oh no, it's a badger. Spin it round for a badger. Badger. Goodbye, Mr. Badger. Welcome back to the tabletop, you absolute legends. So, to buy or not to buy, who is the Marauder Mini 2 aimed at? So, not stating the obvious, but definitely this is a search and rescue flashlight. Second, I'm guessing farmers with livestock, to making sure their livestock are not getting nicked or eaten. A third, flashlight nerds who just want to win that who has the biggest beam. We are talking beams contest at the local meetup. So let's go over some of the pros regarding the Olight Marauder Mini 2. So first of all, it is built like an absolute tank, as you can see. The UI it's actually very intuitive once you get to the knob of it, excuse the pun. But a lot of these torches do require a degree in Morse code to use. This again is very simple using that toggle switch and the rotary dial. The beam quality coming out of this torch is absolutely fantastic, really is top notch. There's no weird artifacts. It's just pure clean light. The torch comes in 4 different colorways. We have the midnight blue here, and they also do it in black, orange, and a kind of collector's edition version called Roadster, which is a mix of a light blue and orange. That one is a bit more expensive than these, but coming on to the cons, that is one of the cons. It is pricey. I mean, for the price of this, you could buy a lot of cheap flashlights, but then you'd have a lot of cheap flashlights. Olight has been very kind as to supply you guys with a one-off discount code for this torch, should you choose to buy it. I will leave that down in the description box below. And just to make you aware, that is a non-affiliate discount code, meaning I do not prosper from that. If you choose to buy this torch, that benefits you, not me. And I will say, on all of my product reviews on this channel, they are non-affiliate links. I do not benefit if you buy the product. I just want to put that out there. Thank you very much. Another downside regarding the Olight Marauder Mini 2, for me and for many others, unfortunately, is the proprietary battery. The battery means you are baked into the Olight ecosystem. And saying that, I hope you like the colour blue. And that pretty much covers it, ladies and gents. So my final thoughts. If you want a light that makes you feel like the god of thunder and lightning, then this is it. It's compact enough to carry, powerful enough to make the moon jealous, and just don't point it at your face. Trust me on that one. I'm still seeing spots from the intro. And ladies and gents, that is it from me and the Marauder Mini 2. As usual, thanks for watching. If you liked the review, hit the like button. If you hated it, tell me in the comments why your £15 Home Bargains light is better, and I look forward to the essay. Stay bright everyone, and stay crafty.